And now, for the moment you've been waiting for. Please meet our incoming APTA chair for 2016-2017 through this video.
A lifelong Californian and an influential advocate for public transportation, Doran Barnes has been Executive Director of Foothill Transit in West Covina, California since 2003. A 40-route system with contractors operating 361 buses that serves 14 million customers annually. Foothill Transit has been at the forefront of sustainable transportation and has committed to having an entirely zero-emissions fleet by 2030. Doran served as Deputy Executive Director before being named to lead the agency. Doran also serves as a member of the Board of Directors of Access Services Incorporated in El Monte, California. He is also very involved in his community. Previously, he was Vice President of Transit Management for TransDev. He's also been CEO and General Manager of Tulsa Transit, a planning manager at Monterey Salinas Transit, and a transportation consultant at Ernst & Young. His passion for our industry began at the University of California, Davis, where he drove a double-decker bus, and later he rose to Assistant General Manager there. A dedicated proponent of diversity and inclusion, Doran chaired APTA's Diversity Council this year, leading the dialogue at major APTA conferences. He is very active at APTA, serving on the executive committee a total of 6 years in several roles. He has chaired the Blue Ribbon Task Force on Workforce Development. He's been a member of APTA's Human Resources Committee from 2001 to the present, and the Leadership APTA Committee from 2005 to 2013. In fact, Doran is the first APTA chair to have graduated from Leadership APTA in 1999. He was elected and served as Secretary-Treasurer, providing a steady hand for APTA finances. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome APTA's new chair, Doran Barnes.
APTA members and friends, please join me in welcoming our new magical APTA chair, Mr. Doran Barnes.
Thank you, Valerie, and good morning. It's been an honor to serve as your Vice Chair, Valerie, and it's an honor to stand before you here today. Our session today is entitled, Where Public Transportation Goes, Community Grows. Think about that saying for just a moment. It's a powerful saying. It can be used in many different ways. When I think about community, I think about my first APTA experience. My first involvement with this community. It was at the annual expo in Houston, and I came here, and you provided me with that great, wonderful, warm welcome. I realized that this was a very special place. This was a special industry, a community of people that worked together to make lives even better. I was touched by how important this community is, how much we came together and it made all this work. Well, 8 years later, I was at the annual meeting in New York, and I had the distinct pleasure of being a member of the Leadership APTA class during that session. And again, I remember how important this community was, how valuable it was to come together, to have all these amazing experiences, and to be with all these great leaders. You made an investment in me, and I stand before you very much touched by how much that investment has meant. I'm very proud to be the first graduate of Leadership APTA to be standing here as your chair. Would all the members of the Leadership APTA graduating classes please stand and be recognized? Let's give them a big hand. Please bring up the lights. I'm proud to be part of an industry that invests in its future, that invests in its young people, that really cares about what we do, that comes together to provide mobility as a tool to improve the lives of the communities that we serve and the people that we serve. Now, as you heard Valerie talk about her collaboration effort this year, it's been a challenging year. As Valerie indicated, we took the road that was the right road, but not necessarily the easy road. We had difficult conversations. We discussed, we debated, sometimes we disagreed. Sometimes we passionately disagreed. And I think that passion comes from our deep commitment to the work that we do, to the way we improve the lives of the communities that we serve and the people that we transport. It's a deep-held passion that makes us so excited and so deeply felt in terms of what we do and how we come together. But when I think about our community, it really goes deeper than just the sense of community. When I really think about this group, this is a family. We come together as a family. We come together as a family of professionals, a family that so deeply cares about the work that we do, the services that we perform, and this great association where we all come together as that one great family. Now again, Valerie led us through some very difficult discussions, some difficult decisions. I believe that we are stronger. I know that we are stronger because of the leadership that she has provided and the journey that we have taken together. We've come a long way. We have a lot more work yet to do. But Valerie, it's through your efforts, through your leadership that we've gotten to this point. Now I've got to tell you, as I've thought a lot about this moment, I've thought about being here for a very, very long time. And as I went through this last year and supported Valerie and supported the work of our leadership team, supported the work that we're all doing together, I've often wondered what this day, what this moment would be like. Am I coming to an association, to a family, to an industry that is struggling, that's divided, facing a difficult time? How strong is this family? How strong are we all together? Well, there was an event that happened on July 7th that quickly erased all those concerns that I had about the strength of this great family.
Let me interrupt for a minute.
Dart has just tweeted something.
Right.
Sean, you have that tweet?
DART is confirming for us now 4 of their officers have been shot and wounded. 1 DART officer now confirmed dead.
Oh.
My first thoughts were, what happened? Why? When the protest was supposed to be a peaceful one? And then, how many of the officers were injured?
So we're all paying attention. And then I found out that one of our police officers was killed.
The 3 injured officers, they had been here. Our female officer had been here for 6 years. 1 male had been here for 7, and another had been here for 10. They were assigned to the Central Business District, downtown specifically. 2 of them were assigned to what we refer to as the Triangle, which was West End Station, West Transfer Center, and Rosa Parks Plaza.
Well, as I said, we are a small industry. We know each other. I mean, there's only 1 transit agency per city, unlike other businesses where you may have 10 up and down the street and hundreds in a particular city. We're only 1 per city. We know each other. We relate to each other. We support each other. And so, you know, sometimes things get tough. And we may not always agree on issues as it relates to our industry. But when the chips are down or when something happens, you know, it's a family.
We cannot match the sacrifices made by officers Zamaripa and Arons, Kroll, Smith, and Thompson. But surely we can try to match their sense of service. We cannot match their courage, but we can strive to match their devotion. May God bless their memory. May God bless this country that we love.
Gary, Chief, please stand. Gentlemen, we stand with you. Please. Our APTA community is strong. Our APTA family is strong. When times get tough, we come together. We bring the passion that we have because we care so much. And in thinking about that video, and I've got to tell you, I've watched that video probably 20 times. Wasn't sure I'd be able to keep a dry eye up here because the first 19 I couldn't. It's moments like this when this family really comes together. I want to extend a special thanks to Morgan Lyons, who serves as the Vice President of External Relations for DART and is the chair of our APTA Marketing Committee. Morgan claims that I voluntold him to do this, but I know it was a labor of love. And Morgan, thank you. Morgan shared with me how quickly our transit community came together during that moment of crisis. Within less than 24 hours, the hashtag DART in our hearts was created to show our support, to show our solidarity. It's moments like that that we realize what this is all about, what we're focused on, what we're doing together to make a difference in the world. Thanks for letting us share that story and standing with you. We are passionate about what we do. We're committed to bettering the lives of people in the communities that we serve, to building a united, inclusive, and strong APTA, to overcoming challenges and creating opportunities, and to continuing to succeed and grow as an industry and as a family. It's an honor to be able to serve as our leader as we move into this next realm of APTA's activities. And I know during the upcoming year, we have a tremendous amount of work to do. I know that we are going to have lots of lively discourse and conversation and discussion, and yes, disagreement. And I suspect that we're going to hear different opinions and have different ideas. And we're going to be passionate because that's what we do, that's what we are. We're passionate about this industry that we serve. But I know in the end, we're going to keep that ultimate mission in our sights. We're going to keep it in sharp focus, and we're going to continue to work towards the goals that we all hold so dear. During this upcoming year, we have a lot of work to do, And you're going to hear me talking about several key priority areas that we're going to be focusing on. To start off with, and you heard Dick talk about this earlier today, what is our first priority as an industry always? Louder. Safety. Safety and security first. Our first priority is safety and security, and I'm going to make sure that from the chair's position, I'm leaning in to make sure that we're keeping safety and security top of mind in all of the work that we do, making sure that we're focusing on that generational shift that Dick is talking about, making sure that we're supporting our members, supporting our communities, making sure that safety and security is our absolute first priority. Second, the election is 57 days away, and I'm not quite sure if we're going to be better, stronger with Hillary Clinton, or if we're going to make transit great again with Donald Trump, or maybe something altogether different. But what I do know is that our agenda absolutely must be an urgent priority for the new president and the new Congress. We've already begun that great work under Valerie's leadership. We had a level of exposure and involvement and engagement at both the Democratic National Convention and Republican National Convention that our industry has not seen before. We're going to continue to build on that momentum to ensure that our agenda has the highest priority. And the great news is that there's a tremendous amount of discussion about possible funding for infrastructure and infrastructure investment. We have to be right there, ready to move into that discussion as it continues. Third, we have an opportunity, but not only an opportunity, but a responsibility to continue to strengthen APTA's governance structure, which is key to our future success. We already have a governance and bylaws task force that is well underway. We started this annual meeting with some very robust discussions with ideas and directions and thoughts, the same passion that we bring to all the work that we do. Our bylaws were last updated 5 years ago. We want to make sure that we're preserving and enhancing the great things that came out of that and taking advantage of those opportunities to make us even stronger. I've challenged our task force chair, Nuria Fernandez, along with co-chairs Chuck Walkley and David Stackrow, to move decisively, to bring forward recommendations to us, and I believe and anticipate and look forward to reporting to you at our annual meeting in October of next year the changes that we together have made to ensure that APTA has a strong governance process. The fourth item, begin our CEO search. We've already created a task force as well. In fact, that group will be meeting after our general session today to begin to focus on one of the most important tasks that a board can ever complete. I will be personally leading our CEO search task force along with our other officers, and through this process, we'll be re-examining the CEO compensation and performance evaluation processes and philosophies. We'll be identifying the skills, knowledge, and leadership style that we need for this moment in APTA's history, and we'll conduct a thorough and thoughtful national search. We're going to make sure that we take our time to get it right, as opposed to rushing to get it fast, and we're going to have a discussion about what that timeline looks like. The one thing that I do know is that with Dick White in place as our acting CEO, we have the right person in the position at the right time to keep us moving so that we can take our time to have that considered evaluation as we move forward. The fifth area, and you heard about this in the opening video, and it's an area I'm very excited about, is to refresh our approach to diversity and inclusion. If you think about our industry's involvement with diversity, in many respects, our industry played a pivotal role with Rosa Parks on that bus many years ago, but it goes way beyond that. Our Diversity Council has made sure that diversity and inclusion is an important part of the conversation, but we have more work to do. Just 2 days ago, the APTA Board of Directors changed our diversity and inclusion plan to specifically recognize those members of our LGBTQ community. I'm very happy that we did that. I think we were a little late coming to the game on that, but we have even more to do. And I've tasked our Vice Chair, Nat Ford, who will be serving as the chair of our Diversity Council, and Diversity Council Vice Chair Conan Chung, with refreshing and enhancing our diversity plan, our diversity reporting, and our Diversity Council. And I'm looking forward to engaging them fully. Now, at this point, I'm out of fingers, and I'm running out of time. But if you'll give me one bonus item here, the last area that covers all of the other activities, and I'm sure many of you are sitting out there saying, well, my thing wasn't on the list. There are lots and lots of things that we do here within this great APTA family, and we're going to continue to focus on all of those, focus on that value proposition for our members, make sure that we're delivering value for all of our members. This includes our conferences, our groundbreaking research, our advocacy in Washington, our communication strategies, our development of future leaders, and that little thing that happens next year called Expo. It's going to be a busy and exciting year. Excellence and value will always be at the heart of all of our efforts. This evening, we have a very exciting event, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Throughout the year, we'll be supporting the work of our foundation. That sort of fits into the multi-hand slide there. Under the leadership of our APTA Foundation, or APA, American Public Transportation Foundation, I got to get that right. Our chair, Jennifer Mitchell, and Vice Chair Hugh Mose, and all of our great foundation board members. This year, our foundation awarded $130,000 in scholarships, a new record. Give yourselves a hand because you made that happen. Those scholars will be recognized tomorrow at 5:30 right here in this room, so please come in. Those are the future leaders. Those are the folks that ultimately someday may well be standing here based on the investments that you're making. And tonight, we have a magical evening planned, literally a magical evening. Now, many people think of Los Angeles as being known for movie magic, but Los Angeles is also the home of the Magic Castle, which is the clubhouse of the Academy of Magical Arts, which promotes the art of magic. The Magic Castle will help us tonight by creating an evening of magic. We have 3 magicians that will be performing at the Conga Room, which is literally just outside the back door of the hotel. At the end of your evening, stop by, see some magic, have some dessert with us, and don't forget, bring your checkbook, because this is a fundraiser, and we want to make sure that we're continuing to support the great work that our foundation conducts. We have an extraordinarily busy year ahead of us. We have the passion, we have the energy, we have the excitement to make things happen. It's going to be a fabulous year. We also have the leadership team to make it all happen, to put this into action. Please join me in recognizing your 2016-2017 officers and executive committee members.
Vice Chair Nathaniel Ford Sr., Jacksonville Transportation Authority. Secretary Treasurer Kim Green, Gen Fair. Immediate Past Chair Valerie J. McCall, Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority. Dorval Carter Jr., Chicago Transit Authority. Nuria Fernandez, Santa Clara Valley Transportation Authority. Freddie Fuller II, CH2M. Donna McNamee, Lake Tran. Jennifer Mitchell, Virginia Department of Rail and Public Transportation. Jeffrey Nelson, Rock Island County Metropolitan Mass Transit District. Greg Percy, Metrolinx, Go Transit. Michael Sanders, Connecticut Department of Transportation. Patrick Scully, Motor Coach Industries. Carl Sidoric, Monterey Salinas Transit. Beverly Silas, Capital Metropolitan Transportation Authority. David Stackrow Sr., Capital District Transportation Authority. Jeffrey Wharton, Impulse NC LLC. Charles Walkley, Transit Consult LLC.
All right, let's give them a big round of applause. All right, well, as I bring my remarks to a close here, I do have a couple of quick thank yous that I want to express. First off, to the Foothill Transit Board of Directors, led by Chair Carol Herrera and Vice Chair Corey Kalakai. Thank you for your endless support. I could not do this without you. I got to tell you, I work for the best board in the industry. Thank you, thank you. To the Foothill staff, thank you for your support. Thanks for keeping the wheels rolling while I'm serving our industry. Also to our Access Services team, it's an honor to serve on the board, and it's an honor to support the work that we are doing to provide transportation to persons with disabilities throughout Los Angeles County. To all the past chairs, as I begin this path, I will look to you for wisdom, for guidance. Our paths have each been different, but I'll look to you for support. And I want to give a special shout to past Chair Beverly Scott. Where's Beverly? Beverly, it wasn't too long ago that I was there and you were here, and you tasked me with completing the workforce development work that became our Blue Ribbon Panel report. Thank you for that opportunity. It was an honor to serve you. And oh, by the way, Beverly didn't bother to tell me she was going to do that until she was standing up here, so you can all ask her about that. Also, I don't think Shirley DeLibro's in the house, but if she is, or if she's not, let her know. I've told Shirley many times that Shirley will always be my APTA chair, because there she is. All right, Shirley, you're here. I didn't know if you were here. Shirley, I've told you this before. I've told you many times. You will always be my APTA chair because you were the chair during my year serving in Leadership APTA. I hope that this shy kid from that class has made you proud. Thank you for your support. Finally, to my two beautiful daughters who are sitting here in the front row, Tracy and Kindred, Thank you for your support, for your encouragement, for believing in me. You mean the world, and I'm so proud of the young women that you've grown into. And to my wife, Cynthia, your patience, your endurance, the phone calls at all those goofy hours. For all of you on the East Coast, keep in mind that 9 o'clock on the East Coast is 6 o'clock in California. So those early calls, I might be in my jammies, and she's wondering what I'm doing. So thank you for your patience. I love you very much.